On a quiet street in Amityville, Long Island, stands a Dutch colonial house. White siding, dark shutters, a peaked roof crowned with two quarter-moon windows, staring out like unblinking eyes. At first glance, it's ordinary, peaceful, but in November 1974, this home became the stage for one of the most horrifying family murders in American history. And just a year later, it would become the setting for one of the most infamous alleged hauntings of all time. This is News of Terror. I'm Black Mercer. Tonight, we separate fact from fiction, as we uncover the real story behind the Amityville Horror. It was the early morning of November 13, 1974. Inside the DeFeo home, 6 family members slept: Ronald Sr., Louise, and their children, Don, Allison, Mark, and John Matthew. At around 3:15 a.m., their eldest son, 23-year-old Ronald Butch DeFeo Jr., took a .35 caliber Marlin rifle and executed his entire family, one by one, as they slept. Each child was killed with a single shot. The parents were shot twice. All 6 bodies were found face down, hands above their heads. No neighbors reported hearing gunshots. No signs of forced entry. No one woke up. To this day, no one can explain how. Later that evening, Butch ran into Henry's bar, yelling for help. He blamed the mob, a hitman named Louis Fellini, but his story collapsed under questioning. At trial, his defense claimed he was possessed, that voices in the house ordered him to kill. The prosecution countered with evidence of drug use, family conflict, and careful planning. On November 21, 1975, Ronald DeFeo Jr. was convicted of 6 counts of second-degree murder. 6 consecutive life sentences. But the story of 112 Ocean Avenue was far from over. In December 1975, just 13 months after the murders, George and Kathy Lutz bought the house for $80,000, a bargain, even with its bloody past. They moved in with Kathy's 3 children, Daniel, Christopher, and Missy. From the very start, they claimed something was wrong. A priest blessing the house allegedly heard a deep voice say, "Get out." George began waking every night at 3:15 a.m., the time of the murders. Kathy claimed she levitated above her bed. Their daughter Missy spoke to an imaginary friend named Jody, a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. Doors slammed shut on their own. Green slime oozed from the walls. Cold spots appeared where no draft existed. And then, on the 28th night, something drove them to flee in terror. They left everything, clothes, furniture, even food still on the table. The Lutz haunting became a media firestorm. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren entered the home, claiming to sense a demonic presence. One photograph from that night became infamous, a blurry image of what appears to be a ghostly boy peeking from a doorway. In 1977, Jay Anson published The Amityville Horror, a true story based on the Lutz's claims. It became a bestseller. By 1979, Hollywood adapted it into a film, cementing the legend. But skeptics weren't convinced. Investigators found no slime, no levitation, no physical evidence at all. Some accused the Lutzes of staging the haunting to profit from tragedy. Lawsuits followed. Even the Lutzes later admitted some events were exaggerated. Nearly 50 years later, the debate remains unresolved. Was the Amityville Horror real, or the greatest paranormal hoax of the 20th century? The Amityville Horror didn't end with the Lutzes. It became a franchise, over 30 films, dozens of documentaries, countless ghost hunting specials. Even today, the house draws tourists and thrill seekers. Its address was changed from 112 to 108 Ocean Avenue, but believers still find it. For believers, Amityville is proof that evil can leave a mark. For skeptics, it's a warning of how tragedy can be exploited. Either way, the legend endures. A family murdered, another family haunted, or so they claimed. A story twisted by time, fear, and Hollywood. But one thing is certain, the house on Ocean Avenue will never be ordinary again. I'm Black Mercer, and this has been News of Terror. If you want more chilling true stories, subscribe, like, and share. And remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true.